You've probably heard the saying, pay now or pay later. And that can apply to your health as well. Today we're going to focus on two words, move and have, and how we can fit in more exercise and healthier foods into your day easy. Let's go down that road. Hello, faithful people. I'm Orlene. Gary is at the church right now, pre-recording the Sunday service. It'll be so nice when we could go back to live streaming and he will have people that can be gathering together again in the pews and worshiping together. Oh, we're looking forward to that. Today, I'm going to talk to you about some misconceptions about exercise and about how to eat healthy. There are some things that you may or may not know that can make it easier for you. So that's what we're going to talk about today. The first one is moving. When you move, you keep things flexible. You keep your joints flexible. You keep your muscles flexible. So finding ways to fit in moving is a big deal. Now you can do some of these things even when you're sitting in your chair. Right now, while you're watching this video, you could be raising your arms up and down. You can be flexing your feet up and down. Point your toes forward, put them back, point them again, bring them back. You can be doing things like that even while you're sitting. Those things will all help just to kind of keep the blood flowing and keep circulation going. Those are easy. Anybody can do those. Going back to the saying of pay now or pay later and how that applies to your health. You can either take the time now to take care of yourself and to do some very simple things, really. It's not that complicated. It's all up here. So if I can make things a little easier for you to get over that and see that there are things you can be doing now, then you won't be paying for it later. You can either invest the time in taking care of your health now, or you can invest your time and money into taking care of your sickness later. So let's start with what you're doing right this moment. You're watching this video on how to get healthier. Don't just sit and watch it. Carry your phone with you, your laptop, put it up higher, or do something so that it's more eye level, or carry your little tablet with you, whatever you need to do, whatever you're watching this on, you don't have to be sitting to do it. You don't have to sit and watch a movie. You can get up and you can do stretches and exercises, like really simple things. Stretching is a big one. Have you ever watched a cat or a dog when they first wake up? What's the first thing they do? They stretch because it keeps them limber. It keeps them flexible. It keeps the tendons flexible. It keeps the joints and everything all working better if you keep using them. You've also heard the saying, use it or lose it. Well, that goes for your body as well. If you're not using your muscles, if you're not using your joints, if you're not using those parts of your body, they're going to deteriorate. That's just the way it is. Ask anybody who's ever been on bed rest for a length of time, and they will tell you how miserable they feel when they're laying there, and when they first get up and start walking around and moving again, it's hard. So if you can keep yourself in motion every day, not all day, but just throughout the day, that will help a lot. One of the things you can do is put the timer on your phone or on a little kitchen timer or something every 15 minutes. If you can set the timer on your stove and it's a distance away from your office desk or wherever you're sitting or in the living room, and you hear that buzzer go off, you're not going to want to keep listening to that. So every 15 minutes, or at the very most every half hour, Set that timer so that you're going and having to go shut it off. And then while you're up and moving, just keep walking for a while. One of the easiest things you can do, and it requires no special equipment, just some good walking shoes is all it needs, is to go for a walk every day. 15 minutes will make a big difference. And gradually you'll start to get to a point where you can go farther. You can go a little more. You can do a little more. You don't have to run. You don't have to jog. Just walk. Walk at your own pace. If your pace right now is really slow, that's okay. It's progress. And every day you'll gain more strength, and every day you can walk a little bit more, a little faster, and a little farther. It's all about using what you have so you don't lose it. If it's too rainy, too windy, too cold, too warm, whatever your reason for maybe not going outside for a walk, then just do it in your house. Just walk back and forth between the rooms. Dancing. You know what? It's such an easy thing to do. I mean, just nobody's gonna say anything. You're in your own home. And if your kids laugh at you, big deal. Tell them, well, let's see your moves and get them going. You can dance easy, small little moves. You can be flamboyant, and you can just go all over the room, whatever you want to do. But that's okay. You can just, it's a fun way to do it. And it lifts your mood as well. And don't we all need that these days? It's really important to keep your strength up. One of the things you can do is, if you can't get down on the floor and do a push-up, do it against the wall. Just push yourself away from the wall and then towards the wall, and just keep doing that for a while. It's very important, the older you get, to have some upper body strength. In case you were to fall and you are home alone, you want to be able to get back up again. Another thing you can do for that very purpose and for building stability is to sit in a chair and raise yourself up, folding your arms in front of you, and then sit back down again. It's going to build your core muscles, and it's going to give you something where you can get up and down pretty easy after a while, and it's not going to be a ugh every time you get out of a chair anymore. There are a lot of videos on YouTube. There are apps you can get for your phone. There are ways that you can, even books. There are books, there are DVDs. I mean, there's really no excuse, because there are exercise programs for every level, every age. Just, if that's what it takes, if you need something like that to motivate you, to get you going, then do it. It's always more fun to do it with someone. Right now, with the stay-at-home orders soon lifting somewhat, we are going to be able to start getting out a little bit more, doing more things with others. But for now, there's no reason why you can't do a yoga class with your friend and stay 6 feet apart the whole time. I mean, this whole idea of staying home is really keeping people from seeing each other. And that is, I mean, seeing someone is not going to spread the disease. Just saying. So it's okay if you're 6 to 8 feet away from someone. When Gary and I go out for walks, we see people out in their yards, and we stop and talk to them. We're keeping the distance. We're not spreading anything except some goodwill and just cheery talk. There's nothing wrong with that. So if you have someone that you like to exercise with, you know, if you live in a small town and you have a sidewalk on either side of the street, you and your friend can walk together on each side of the street. Or we've done that even. We've talked to people who were on the other side of the street, and we were talking to them as we were walking along with each other. It can be done. So if you need someone to do it with, find a walking partner who can walk with you until we can get a little closer to each other. There's always that really really great exercise, of doing steps or doing levels, if you're stable enough to do them. When we go someplace, if there is, say, something on the second or third floor, or even the fourth floor, and we have a choice between an elevator or stairs, Gary and I always take the stairs. Take the stairs if you can. If you have them, if you can do stairs, then do the stairs. If you don't have someone to exercise with, like I mentioned a minute ago, track yourself. You can be recording on your phone even. Like I record all of our videos are on my phone. You can record yourself and your progress each day. And boy, you know what? If you record your progress of what you did each day, and you don't step on the scale, don't go by that, go by how you're starting to feel. So if you get to a point where after 2-3 weeks, you start looking back on those earlier videos, you're going to see a big change. And boy, if that isn't a motivator to keep going. So I think you got the idea. Moving in some way, shape, or form, as many body parts as you can, is going to help you to stay limber, flexible, and build strength. And now we're going to talk about how to add more healthy foods into your day. People are sometimes using the excuse, well, I don't know which diet to go on. I keep looking at all these different diets. I'm confused by them. I don't understand. What's paleo? What's gluten-free? What's keto? I don't understand what all those mean. Fruits and vegetables, beans, seeds, and nuts. Foods that are high in antioxidants, high in fiber, high in the things that your body needs to function properly. Limiting the processed foods. I hate to break it to you, but Fruit Loops does not have fruit in it. It doesn't count. And potato chips, it's not a vegetable, okay? I'm talking about real foods. And your plant foods are the key ones that you want. So anything that grows in the dirt, anything that grows on a bush or a tree or a vine, those are the things that you want to have at least half of your meal. That's where the word half comes in. I want you to remember that. Half of your meal. And it can be more if you want. It can be 100% if you want. But at least half your meal every day should be fruits, vegetables, beans, seeds, or nuts, or a combination of all of them. So how do you do that? Well, instead of using spaghetti to make spaghetti, you can buy zucchini spirals, or you can buy a zucchini and get one of those little spiraling tools and spiral it yourself and eat that instead. You're getting a lot of veggies in that meal. Or what we do is we steam cauliflower and we put our spaghetti sauce on that, and a lot of times sometimes I'll add meat to it, and sometimes I add your fruits and vegetables. Right now, I'm telling you, they're in abundance in the grocery stores because everybody is clearing out the aisles of all the processed foods that their body doesn't need and does not perform well with, and they're passing by the very things that they really need. How hard is it to eat an apple? You take it out of the refrigerator, you wipe it down good, and you eat it. You don't have to cut it, you don't have to cook it, you don't have to do anything. Just eat an apple. If you want to cut it up, add some peanut butter to the plate and put some different seeds on that and dip it in that, or your celery. I love making smoothies. I make smoothies every day, and smoothies are so easy to get multitude of fruits and vegetables in your diet very easily every day. Now, if your idea of cooking is taking highly processed chicken with a very thick, heavy batter made up of ingredients you can't even pronounce and putting that in the oven, that's not cooking. If you cannot find an alternative way to change that to something healthier, and there are plenty of ways you can do that, there's tons of cooking channels and cooking shows and things like that out there. But if you absolutely have to have those, have a good side dish of some kind of veggie with it, a big salad with several kinds of veggies chopped up and put on top of it. Yeah, it takes a little time. It takes a little time to add those things in. But won't it be worth it when you're feeling better? Maybe you can get off of some of those medications you're on. Maybe you're going to lose some weight. I mean, there's a lot of benefits to doing that. And so if you want to start out with baby steps, just add a nice big leafy green salad to at least one meal a day. And on those salads, you can put anything you want. I mean, if you want to add some broccoli or cauliflower florets to it, or chopped up carrots or celery, or maybe cut up an orange and put that on a salad. That's really refreshing. Maybe put, how about some beets? You can put some beets on it. Just cut those up. You can get those ready-made. Beets are really good for cleansing your liver. And a lot of people don't like the earthy taste or whatever. And that's sometimes because it's really hard when you buy them. When you buy them in the store and they're dirty and everything, it's just, sometimes it's easier just to do this. If that's an objection you have for not buying beets, then do it this way. I get these at Costco, and they're organic, they're cooked, and they're packaged in shrink wrap. So they're totally fresh. They keep for a long time. So this is a really good thing to have, maybe even in your pantry. Yeah. I bought these in April, and they're good till September. So there's no preservatives, naturally gluten-free. I don't even know why they even put that on there. I think that's kind of funny. But anyway, look at the ingredients. Organic beets. Nothing else, just beets. No added sugars. The sugars that are in it come from the beets themselves. That's what you want to be looking for. When you see a label that says no sugar, or zero sugar, or 0 calories, or 0 whatever, look at the ingredients and see what artificial flavors they've put in it instead. You do not want to put that in your body. Maybe you don't want to take the time to cut up your fruits and vegetables. Okay, no excuses. This is from Costco. It's the Kirkland brand of their organic mixed vegetables, and the ingredients are carrots, sweet corn, peas, and green beans. See? That's all that's in it. No other preservatives, no seasonings, no salt or anything like that, and no added sugars. And it's cheap. Costco pretty much sells things at warehouse prices, and they make their money on your memberships. So that's what pays everybody's paycheck, is when you buy a membership, you're helping to support families who work there. The same thing with their 3-berry blend frozen fruit. I use this in a lot of smoothies. And what are the ingredients? Raspberries, blueberries, blackberries. No high fructose corn syrup, no bad stuff at all. It's all just the fruit. Now the sugars are 10 grams, but they're coming from fruit, so there's going to be some in there, but it's all natural sugars from the fruits. Now here's another example. Some people like to buy those ready-made packets of oatmeal, And have you ever looked at the sugar content on those? Have you ever looked at all the other ingredients and preservatives that are in them? When you can be just doing this in about the same amount of time, you can cook this on the stove. Now we like the steel cut. And look at the ingredients. What's in it? Organic, whole grain oats. That's all. And 0 added sugars. Well, look who I picked up. Yeah.
Your lucky day.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you in some way. I know a lot of it was just kind of baby steps, because if you want the really hardcore stuff, there's plenty of that online and in DVDs and videos and things. We got a truck coming, so I got to quick end this. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't yet. And next to it is a bell. If you ring the bell, you'll be notified every time new videos come up. But you can't ring the bell unless you subscribe. Our goal is to hit 500 subscribers in the next 2 months. So please help us by subscribing. That would be great. And then the next thing will be 1,000. So that's really what would help us tremendously if you subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. All right? So check out our Facebook page, Roads of Faith. And until next time, God bless.